It's the only way to keep the game going, right? There was a look of resignation on his face. He kind of wanted to just give up the match, but he has to play on a few more moves. But Magnus deserves a lot of credit. He's well-nourished after all those meals that he's had on stream now, and I think that he is ready to compete, and he will have Hikaru Nakamura up next. It's only a matter of a few moves that he'll ice this one, take it through to the next matchup. But Magnus, he really played a great match, as James was saying.
Yeah, and Hikaru at this point knows it's nearly definitely Magnus that he'll face in the next round. So he'll be doing his preparation. He'll be watching this game with interest. But
Levon looking very dejected there, David. He's just shaking his head. It's kind of hard to even point out where the match went all wrong for Levon. Magnus just made it look so easy.
Yep, that's the top players in the world for you. Levon, he hasn't made any blunders at all, just tiny little small details here and there. And that's the margin at this level. Poor Levon, I feel for him. So close. Against anyone else, he would have had great chances today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately, Magnus too strong, and I'm expecting him to either get that black king off the edge of the board, that removes any chances of checkmate, or to relocate that black bishop. You can still target some of white's pawns near the king if you find the right squares, the right diagonals. So what will Magnus choose? Plenty of choice here. He can also go hunting with his rook for that white central pawn, for the white pawn on the edge of the board. But, OK, he's retreating his bishop. Not the most accurate move, the engine thinks, but still should be more than sufficient for the required draw. They do say a good horse never jumps as high as they have to. So at this level, if they only need a draw, the players know how to lock it down.
I didn't know you were an equestrian, but right now I think that you see Magnus, he's just making these precise moves because he doesn't want to give Levon any hope here. But both players are under a minute, and that's when mistakes do happen. If that knight starts hopping around, there could be a fork that is overlooked, and the black king isn't fully out of danger just yet.
Nice move there from Levon. Maybe missed by Magnus. White holds all the pawns, and suddenly the white knight jumping back. Big threat. Black's central pawn under fire.
Yeah, and the bishop still isn't attacking that kingside pawn anywhere, and you've got to find a way. And he says, I'm going to get my king to safety. Levon immediately grabs, and it's a big blunder because you lose the g3 pawn and you lose the game.
Yep, that's a wrap.
He tricked him. He's like, oh no, my pawn, Eric Rosen style. Take that pawn. The game ends because through that knight is the g3 pawn. Levon Aronian, he looks at his position, is hopeless. The game is over.
Yeah. Wow, Levon Aronian resigns. There's no way to save this position after the g3 pawn falls. The game is over. Magnus Carlsen wins his match 2-0 to Levon Aronian. After that first day disaster, Magnus does look unstoppable. What a power performance today by Magnus. And we see there Levon not happy with his play. He is looking dejected there. It just looked